off the lantern.
Tyleik, what's it like seeing the offense operate the way it has, and especially early in the first two playoff games, and what does it do for a defensive perspective?
When you see the offense going out there, putting up points, succeeding at the level they're doing, it really motivates us to go do the same thing, keep getting them the ball back. And, just watching them, do great things. When they build a lead like they've done in these last two games, it makes it easier on us as a defense because, it makes the offense we're going against, one-dimensional. They can't run the ball to, get that lead back. They can, throw the ball. So, it helps us.
Austin Ward, the podcast.
Tyleik, how many times this season do you feel like you've been fully yourself, fully healthy?
Truthfully, I don't think I've been fully healthy in a while because I've had these all little nick and knack injuries, but I still think I'm producing at a great pace, with my guys next to me. But probably before camp, probably first couple of games.
So, how close do you feel right now? And did any part of layoff at the end of the regular season, then getting maybe an extra week to get ready for Tennessee or week and a half for Oregon? How much has that helped you? I mean, how far away are you from the level you want to be at physically?
I mean, I think I'm at a great level right now. There's always going to be a little injuries, battling. But I think I'm perfectly fine right now. I don't have anything I'm worried about right now.
Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
Yeah, I asked G this question. You've been here personally through the ups and downs, the team ups and downs. Does that make what you're doing now to peak, to pull together the way that you have these last two games, does that make it even more special?
I think definitely, I've been here, going on 4 years, and we haven't really did anything. And just to have this chance, go end it the right way with, all the guys that, are done, after this season, I think it's great. Just finishing in the right way is our mindset, right now.
And you're going to be playing in Texas against Texas. The crowd will be, you'll have a lot of Ohio State fans because they always travel, but it'll be a pro-Texas crowd for the most part. Do you guys kind of thrive off that? Do you like that, kind of being the enemy, I guess?
I mean, you could say that, but, we don't really, try to focus on the fans. We just want to, produce on the field. If it's a away game, home game, we just want to go out there and execute.
Fourth row right, Cameron Teague Robinson, The Athletic.
Tyleik, there's a lot said when you guys all came back this offseason about what this defensive line could be. In these last two games, we have 12 sacks. I mean, you guys really aren't blitzing a ton. It's not even just starters, it's the bench guys, Kenyatta, Edges coming in. What's it been like to see this group realize its potential and kind of really wreak havoc the last 2 weeks?
I say we always knew what we had in our room. It's just now it's just showing up. Teams are scheming us different ways, and it's allowing certain players to make certain plays. And I think we got so many guys in the room. We have twos that can be ones anywhere. We have threes that can be ones anywhere in the country. But they all decided to stick here and grind this thing out with the guys they came in with. And like I said, I think we have a great group who can make plays at any time.
When you guys get 8 sacks in a game, but also holding off as a minus 23 rush yards in a game, what is that like, and what does that say about just really the job you guys did last Saturday?
I think it's a great feeling, looking up at the scoreboard and seeing a negative, definitely. But it's just all the work we put in over the summer, over the season. We've been building this defense to where it is now, and like I said, when we're executing and we're at a high level, it's hard to do anything with us.
Behind him, Jeremy Birmingham, the podcast.
Tyleik, I'm not going to ask you to call out officials, okay? But I do want to ask you this. Have you ever been held before?
Yeah, I think our whole D-line gets held, every game. I don't know what the refs are seeing or what's going on with that, but if you turn on the tape and really look at it, we're held almost every play. So,
is there something can you guys be better actors? Can you be more dramatic about it? What do you think has to happen for that to get called in your favor one time this season?
We can be actors, but we don't really teach nothing like that. But I don't know if it's because we're Ohio State, they letting things go or what it is. But it's been pretty bad. I know y'all see it too. It's every play, almost every game. Gotcha.
Adam King, WBNS.
We got a chance to see a glimpse of Coach Day's pregame speech. The intensity that you've seen from him the last 2 games in the playoffs, is that different than you've seen throughout the year? And what does that do for this group before you go out on the field?
I wouldn't say it's different. He's been like that his whole year, but it's just now it's, getting recorded and posted. But definitely when you see your head coach is fired up like that, it likes to fire in you to, go out there and do better. And, you can't thank Coach Day enough because, he's our leader of his team. And when he's like that, he makes you want to, go out there and do great for him, for, the guys around us.
Scotty, we're going to go to you, a couple on Zoom.
Yes, sir. We're going to start with Andy Anders. Andy, go ahead.
Yeah, Tyleik, Texas runs a lot of outside zone schemes. Just what's important for defending those kinds of plays on the ground, and I guess just stringing out those kinds of, so to speak.
Can you say that again? Okay.
Had to unmute again there. Yeah, just Texas runs a lot of outside zone in their run game, running schemes. Just what's important for defending that kind of play as a defensive tackle?
For a D tackle versus a stretch team, you always want to talk about penetration, like penetrating the line and not catching. Because once, you penetrate the stretch, it basically stops the stretch and makes them, cut back to, unblocked players. So really just attacking this game and not catching.
Next question is going to come from Dan Hope. Dan, go ahead.
Tyleik, you were in a freshman class with Quinn. Now you're playing against him a few years later. Just what's that like for you?
Quinn's my guy. He's a great competitor, great quarterback. I think it'll be fun going against him, trying to get him running around.
Next question comes from Kurt Bowles. Kurt, go ahead.
Yeah, Tyleik, I don't know if there's one thing you can pinpoint why y'all been so dominant. I would think maybe it comes down to the physical brand of football. Do you feel that's going to be the survivor in this game? Who's the more physical team?
I would say definitely the most violent team. The team that plays the fastest, executes the most, and exceeds their game plan the most is going to win this game.
The final question will come from Stefan from Cleveland.com.
Tyleik, what's kind of your relationship been like with Ty Hamilton, especially as this season's progressed, and just how in sync do you feel like you two are playing on the defensive line together?
Me and Ty are, we've been roommates for the past 2 years. We live in the same apartment complex. We played a game together. It's really like one of my best friends on the team, and, we talk about a lot of football things, so we're really on the same page with a lot of, plays. Teams like to run against us. It could be some stunts we run. We're always, connected in some kind of way.
Jerry, back to you.
Great, thank you. Got time for just a couple more questions. Joey Kaufman, Columbus Dispatch.
Tyleik, what does it say about your defensive line and how prideful are you guys when you can get 8 sacks, 13 tackles for loss without having to bring a ton of extra guys and pressure, but you can just rush forward and do a lot of that?
I'll say kudos to our coach, Coach Jay. Teaches a lot of technique, and sometimes it doesn't show up because teams scheme you different ways. But when you have a team one-dimensional, they have to pass the ball. That's when all the the pass rush technique and stuff comes out. And I think we've gotten Tennessee and Oregon to those situations where they had to pass the ball, and just let us rush free instead of worrying about the run. If that makes sense.
Are you guys just winning those one-on-ones in those pass rushing situations to allow you guys to get so many sacks and TFLs?
Yeah, I'll say we're definitely winning way more one-on-ones now. And, they're not keeping as many guys in the box to block us because they have to, they're trying to come back. So I think it's, like I said, it's just kudos to the offense, creating these big leads and making teams one-dimensional.
Go to the far left, David DeGuzman, WCMH.
Tyleik, we've talked about how better the team has gotten as to getting off to fast starts on both sides of the ball, but there has been some scoring late in the first half against Tennessee and against Oregon. Has there been renewed emphasis on controlling the middle 8, and how important will that be against Texas?
Definitely, that's one of Coach Jay's biggest points, controlling the middle 8. You control the middle 8, chances of you winning that game goes, skyrockets. So definitely versus Tennessee and Oregon, we gave up touchdowns, late in the, first half. But we just got to keep our foot on the gas. We can't let up like at all, because these teams we're playing are great teams. Like Texas is a great team, a great offense, great offensive line, great quarterback, great receivers, great running backs. So we just gotta keep executing like we know we can, and see how it plays out.
Okay, final questions for Tyleik here. Tim May, Letterman Row.
Tyleik, Aaron Donald used to talk about everybody's hurting at this time of the year, but when the lights come on and the snap goes, what goes off in a guy like yours mind? I mean, from the standpoint of making the play. I mean, can you explain that to people who don't get to play down in the middle of it all?
I would say, like I said, you're right. Everybody is hurt around this time. We're 15th week, 14th. Deep in the season. You just gotta show up. That's my mindset. You just gotta show up, no matter what I'm going through. I gotta make that play. I gotta be disruptive. Just to help my team out, because when I'm on my A game, everybody else can feed off of me, or we can feed off of JT, Jack, Ty. But I said, Coach Mick always says, nobody cares. It's true. Nobody really cares if you're hurt, if you're injured. You just got to go out there and play and make plays.
You touched on it a little bit. Explain the drive you have personally to get through this next one into the next one. But I know it's one step at a time. But you came back, et cetera. Explain to people what's going on in your brain about your motivation.
My motivation, we all have our whys. Why we're doing things. We have family. Family here, our team, our brotherhood. But you want to do right for your brothers, on this team. We're trying to win the big thing. We're not just, trying to go win 2 games and lose. We're trying to win the big thing. As long as we stay motivated, stay, humble, don't take the rat poison, things like that, and just execute and just play our hardest, I think we'll be fine.
Tyleik, thank you very much.
Gotcha.